Am I the a-hole for kicking a racist client out of my tattoo chair mid-session? For context, I am Honduran, but my father was white, so I have light skin, and I basically just look like a white person. I speak fluent Spanish, and I'm proud of my heritage. It's a big part of my identity. I just became a professional tattoo artist after I recently completed my apprenticeship at the shop I work at. It's always been my dream to be a tattoo artist, and it took a lot of hard work to get here. I worked 2 jobs during my apprenticeship, but I would have done anything to get certified. I also do a lot of the beach work in the shop, such as taking out the garbage, picking up lunch for the artists, and cleaning the bathroom. Basically, if someone asks me to do something at work, I just say yes since I feel like I have to since I'm new and the most inexperienced person at my shop. Everyone else who works here has been tattooing for at least 5 years, and I feel a lot of pressure to prove myself, especially since I finally got certified. On Saturdays, we take walk-in appointments, and we get a lot of crazy people as clients on those days. Last week, we had this loud, rude guy walk in who wanted to get a flag tattoo. Turns out he was a cop, and he wanted the blue stripe flag tattooed on his bicep. I was the one working the front desk, so I took down his info and was responsible for seeing which artist was available. He was a really condescending, obnoxious guy, like when I walked away to speak to the artists, he said all right well chop chop sweet thing I'm a busy guy. Some of the artists overheard how he had been speaking, and most were busy anyway, so everyone turned him down. Like I said, I've been having a hard time saying no to anyone, even clients. So with my boss's permission, I decided I could tattoo him that day even though I really didn't want to spend any time with this man, and I hate cops. We sat down, and I put the stencil on his arm. He immediately started talking about his job. He was saying gross, hateful things, explaining how he was so tired of the hoods in this town and that some types of people just needed to be locked up like the animals they are. As soon as I started tattooing him, he brought up Trump and started explaining how he had actually won blah blah blah. For more context, we live in a very diverse neighborhood, and I am the only white passing person in my shop. I had done maybe 3 lines of the tattoo when he leaned in close to me and said that he was happy he had gotten the one artist in here who wasn't the lazy SPC. That's when I had a moment of clarity and I asked myself what the hell I was reducing myself to. I put my tattoo gun down and went in the back to talk to my boss about the situation. He was really understanding and upset himself, so he followed me back out when I went to tell the client that the session was over. My boss is also a pretty big strong guy, and I was grateful for his protection in that moment. As soon as I told the client that his session was over because I wouldn't be listening to his racist bullshit for an hour, he freaked out and went on a loud racist rant. He knocked some stuff over on my station and said he knew he should have come into a shop full of beaners anyway when he knocked my stuff over. My boss grabbed him by his shirt and physically pushed him out the door saying he wasn't scared of a pig like him. Afterward, my boss apologized to me for what I had gone through. He told me that I had the right to stop a session anytime a client was making me uncomfortable and said I did the right thing. I'll be honest, I still feel really hurt and shaken up to experience that type of bigotry up close, and I've learned my lesson when it comes to doing favors for cops.